What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We are here at Zollinger Racing Products in Logan, Utah, talking to the man himself, Travis Zollinger, about what it takes to go from this to this. And this is part of a series that I'm gonna call Industry Innovators. And I don't know anybody more innovative than ZRP. So let's go check it out. Cold out there. Travis, how are you?
Damn good.
Awesome, man. So I used to hill help a lot at the Jacksonville hill climbs, and I've been watching you hill climb for a number of years, even though we're the same age. I was too, I don't know, chicken to be actually racing in the thing, so I'd be up on third cat track and most of the time watching you go flying by.
Yeah, that was usually the plan.
So it's been, I mean, decade or better. So tell everybody, because I'm just as interested, and even though I've been on this tour with you of your facilities and just think it's so awesome. And reason why we're doing this is, you know, we're talking about industry innovation. And, you know, this is the story of Zollinger Racing Products, right? Just going through, seeing a stock part that you knew that you could make better, like taking this and turning it into this.
Yep.
And reducing weight, making it stronger, making it better, making it lighter. And you know, you can just explain to us like how long it's been since, you know, ZRP started, and just kind of give us some feedback on your business.
Yeah, ZRP started pretty much in the winter of 2014.
Okay.
Got a Polaris Pro and decided to start making some parts for it. This was probably maybe the third or fourth part that I attacked on the machine, and went after the A-arms first. You know, they were glued together, and
I remember that.
They were cool.
Yeah.
But they had some inherent problems, and so I was tackling problems with the machine, and here we are.
And so this many years later, like back in that day, like what did the equipment look like? Were you already set up doing things to where you could actually create these A-arms and create product like this?
So started my machine shop 18 years ago, and that's where we're going into is what I've built over since then.
Yeah.
And the machine shop was kind of started to be ZRP in a different way, but then it took me a while to get back to it, and had to learn a lot to get back here.
Well, so I know that we're really excited to check this stuff out, and going through and understanding that this is a built in the USA company, and we want to know just the effort and the process that it takes to, you know, go from those raw materials to what you've created here at ZRP. So
absolutely.
Let's go check it out.
Cool.
All right. So just a day in the life.
Yeah.
And this is what it sounds like the whole time. So we're probably going to be yelling. I yell anyway. It's just the way I am. But Travis, explain to everybody, explain to me, like what's happening behind us? Like what is going on here?
A bunch of Japanese, for the most part, CNC machines cutting up metal.
How many CNCs do you have running?
There's 20 plus in here. 20
plus, and do they run 24 hours a day? Are they nonstop, or do they have a shutdown time?
During the weekend we shut down a little bit, but for the most part, from Monday through Friday, 24/7 or 24/5.
And you know, we all are feeling the effects of COVID. We all kind of understand what's happening, but in terms of power sports, from a lot of people that I've talked to, a lot of the dealer visits, a lot of places I've been, it seems like business is up.
Oh,
where is business for you?
It's snow this year is 60% up over last year, which is crazy. Who could have guessed that this is what transition was going to come out of it? And it's across the board. I mean, UTVs is up crazy too, and it's good.
But this side of it, this is all snowmobile. Like everything over here is just building spindles.
This machine I tried to buy strictly dedicated towards ZRP.
Okay.
From prototyping to like production, like we're doing today. But I believe it's an hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes on this particular piece.
To build one spindle, and that's not done yet.
That's not done. So it's a big piece of bar stock.
Oh, yeah.
A big piece of bar stock, which you can try and pick that up. See what
not
you got.
With that arm. Yeah.
Yeah. So this was bar stock, 12-foot bar. We've cut it up on the saw, and then we loaded it in a mill in the other shop and machined this little dovetail. And so that's all that we're going to hold on to. of this part.
Holy cow.
And then we're going to turn it from that into that. And it's going to be just like that.
How insane is that? And that's the start of it right there.
Yep. Most of them now. And
What was going on just then? Just deburring, just taking a
Deburring,
little,
yeah, we added some bolts to it, so just deburring it so the customer gets a nice clean part instead of something that can slice them open.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, nice.
If you gave me that one right there, I can keep that one
Watch
going.
this. Right, so hot off the press.
absolutely.
And what was the working time? Takes like 25 minutes.
Yeah, something like that in the machine. Yeah.
And this is the part, like I just brought you guys my stock brake rotor, and it turns into this.
Yep.
How much weight or how much material do we actually pull out of that?
It weighs about half of what it did.
Yeah, I mean I can
Yeah.
feel that holding my
A
hand.
lot.
So
And the braking performance, I mean the feel of the brake, the touch, it's all improved.
yeah, it's absolutely awesome. All right, so what's happening here?
So right here, Caden's basically taken the solid model, the design from the engineering group,
Yeah.
and he's turning it into what we call G-code, that the machines understand, move around and perform the operations that they need to make the part. So he's taken a CAD system called Mastercam and basically taking the solid model and creating all the tool paths
Yeah. So when you're in your early 20s, Brad Story is your boss.
with my boss. Yes.
Story.
Innovator. I mean,
Yeah.
dudes jump snowmobiles out of airplanes and
Yeah, right? Yeah.
And we can probably say that two-stroke turbo performance, Brad's Story had a pretty good hand
Yeah, certainly.
in that.
It's so incredible to me to watch like what happens over there and to see all of that happening there and how you understand every bit of it.
Yeah.
Because I'm just sitting here like, I mean, all I get to see is the finished product, which is why we wanted to come here and see
Yeah.
what it takes to go from, we see this stock block of metal into this beautiful but rigid and totally durable thing. It's just crazy.
Yep. And there's many levels to what it's gone through to get to your hands. Like first it's an idea, then it gets turned into a CAD drawing, then we'll 3D print it, then we'll maybe test fit it, and then it comes to the machine shop and gets built into a piece of metal. Yeah, it gets carved out of metal.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, so a lot of this,
Just nuts, dude.
is a shift's worth.
Yeah, that's a shift's worth. Yeah. Comes out of the machine looking just like that. And you were telling me about all these little touches, like what we were talking about in terms of the corners and everything. Like.
Yep. It's all designed and built with a purpose.
Whoop, come here. Come on.
Did you miss me?
Huh? No.
So pull on the hook, and lift up on this.
I'm getting a ride in something that, well, this could be kind of bucket list item, I think.
Oh, yes.
Oh, hold on, let me get this dialed in. Oh, there it is. Now,
You don't need those.
I can see it perfect.
And if you want to pass around on the hill up there, go.
Just dang fun, man. I knew coming to visit ZRP was going to be more than just looking at a bunch of cool stuff. I get to drive cool stuff. This thing is ridiculous. Now we're here where a lot of this stuff, like I wanted to see, was the actual finished product, which is so neat. So we got to see it from a block of metal and what it goes through to get to something like this. So do you do this stuff in-house to get the colors?
No, so this goes out to different anodized houses.
Okay.
And they put the color on. It's a process that the piece gets charged with electricity and it sucks the dye to it.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's kind of used in aerospace and protects the metal.
Yeah. And will you do anodizing over powder coating, or do you do both? Are there certain pieces that you powder, or is it all just anodizing?
Mm-hmm. Powder coating is actually a no-no to do on alloys.
Okay.
Aluminum alloys. There's a lot of studies that have been done, but it does take the temper away, so it makes it softer. Is what powder coating is going to do.
Copy.
So that's why we anodize.
Yeah.
It does not affect the internal structure of the metal.
Well, these are just absolutely beautiful. And are these for a customer, or are these just in stock here at
No,
ZRP?
these are just in stock here waiting for somebody to snag them up. So come get them.
That's an Andy Thomas arm right there, if I've ever
Yep.
seen one. Just look at how beautiful.
bitch.
They
I
are.
hate colors. Like, they're beautiful. Colors are awesome, but they suck for part skews and
Yeah, I understand.
like. This is a very uncontrolled process too. So the metal itself can affect the color, the amount of dye that's in the tank,
yeah.
the amount of time it spends in the tank.
Yeah. Is black considered a color, or you're all right with just going black? So you just get
So
away from the raw
black is
aluminum?
very consistent. It's gonna last
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah.
It matches almost everything. I mean,
Yeah.
so this is our lift spindle for the skidoo, which basically turns your skidoo into an axis.
I paid him to say that.
No, that's what we do. We can go back and look at that sled and we can throw as many dishes of what ZRP does.
Yeah.
Is tries to turn a Summit into a Pro. Because that's what we do. This is exactly this.
Well, you did it, and then look how stylish you made it as well. Make sure you
put a
passenger seat in so I can come with.
Oh, there will be a passenger seat for sure. So this thing, 15-inch wide track, locked out, Z-motion in the rear, our front end.
Oh, look at that, dude. You can totally...
Yeah, it's a Polaris, basically. So basically all the geometry is as close to Polaris as possible. The only thing that I would do different to that sled is put a belt drive in it, and then it would be it would be a pretty damn nice sled, because it's coil over. It's basically a Polaris, and even with the Ice Age rails, like you're not very far off from a Polaris on that machine.
It's certainly fun to come and hang out with you, buddy. We're the same age. We've been doing this for a long, long time. Like I was just joking to you, you have done so much in your life and in your career and in your business that it feels like you've lived twice as long as me, which is really cool, man. The stories, guys, we don't have enough time to talk about all things Travis Zollinger. What I can tell you, he's badass at snowmobiling, obviously badass at business. Looks like you got a lot of great people here helping you with this process.
100%.
So-
It's all the people that helped me along the way.
Yeah,
And are building this brand for sure.
No, and we really appreciate that, getting to know these guys, how helpful they were today. Hopefully you guys really enjoyed this video. Obviously, we'll put down in the description all information about how to get in touch with ZRP. You guys know through the Next Level shop, you guys can get ZRP product. You see it on my sled, Barant's sled, Cole Wilford's sled, Keith Curtis's sled, all down the line. There's a lot of people using ZRP product. So much fun to be able to tour this and understand why it's made in the USA, why you have just made this and turned this into a passion. And it's been a lot of fun, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
You got it.